Am I audible and visible? Let me know. Then we'll start. Okay, fine. Fine. Am I audible? Am I audible? Hello everyone, welcome to my class. Myself Dr. Deepthi Karya, I'm MD PhD Physiology and I'm your educator for physiology. Now, so today we'll discuss about functional anatomy of skeletal muscle. Before starting the class, I would like to introduce that I have some announcements that in this channel I'm going to upload videos for first year MBBS nursing, physiotherapy and homeopathy students. So if you are or anyone in your group, those who are there in the physiotherapy, nursing, homeopathy or MBBS, they can watch my videos and they can complete the syllabus. Second thing, soft copies of all my this topics that is available in the application that is Vesalius. Okay, you can download this application from Play Store, that is free download, and you can subscribe the same. And if you wish to get hard copy of my notes, that is also available on Flipkart as well as Amazon, and the link for application as well as link for the book, both are given in the description box of this video. Fine, let us start with today's topic, starting with the functional anatomy of skeletal muscle. Okay, as we all know that muscles are of three types. Okay, skeletal muscles, cardiac muscle and smooth muscles. Fine, so today we'll discuss about skeletal muscle. The name itself suggests skeletal means they are attached to bones. Okay, they are attached with the bones. Okay, and this skeletal muscles, they form 40% of total body mass. Our total body mass, 40% of which is formed by the skeletal muscle. Okay, and what is the role of skeletal muscle? Contraction of skeletal muscle that results in movement of the body, because they are attached with, you can see, skeleton. These are the muscle. So when this muscle contracts, your skeleton and your body moves. Okay, hello Ali, welcome to my class. Okay. This, what is the other characteristic of skeletal muscle? These are non-syncytial muscle. Syncytium means single unit. This skeletal muscles, they don't act as single unit, so they are non-syncytial. Each and every muscle, hello Ashish, welcome to my class. So each and every muscle is a different unit. Okay, so there is no anatomical and physiological continuation, connection. Anatomical and physiological connections are absent. Fine, these connections are present in cardiac muscle. Okay, okay, fine. Now next structural part, you can see this is one muscle. If suppose we take a cross section of this muscle, you can see here, you can have this muscle fibers. This one, easy to remember, muscle fiber is your muscle cell. Okay, so this muscle fiber or the muscle cell, both the things are same. This one, muscle fiber or muscle cell. Okay, now each and every muscle fiber or muscle cell that is covered by connective tissue covering, and this covering, that is your endomysium. Okay, each muscle fiber is surrounded by, this is endomysium. You can see here, this is endomysium here, this one. So each muscle fiber is surrounded by delicate connective tissue which is known as endomysium. And this connective tissue or endomysium, it contains large quantities of elastic fibers. Okay, elastic fibers, and this elastic fibers, they are arranged longitudinally. You can see here, they give longitudinal appearance. Fine, now we have bundles of this muscle fibers. You can see here, Fine. So this muscle fibers, they are grouped in a number of bundles, and each bundle is known as fascicle. One is fascicle, multiple, plural, that is fasciculi, or fasciculi. Okay, one is fascicle. Okay, and this fascicle is surrounded by connective tissue covering, and this covering is your perimysium. Fine. Okay, and all the fasciculi, they are covered by a covering which is known as epimysium. It is, I think it is here, this one. Now, what is the role of this connective tissue covering? Number one is they separate all these muscle fibers. That is one role. Second, they connect them also. And third, they carry blood vessels also along with them. You can see here, these are the blood vessels. Fine. Now, what is tendon? I think these things you must learn in anatomy. You can see here. What is tendon? At the junction of the muscle, this is the muscle, and at the junction of the muscle with its tendon, you can see here this fibers of endomysium, perimysium and epimysium, they become continuous. Hello Raj. They become continuous. Okay, and they form a tendon. Okay, you can see here this. So tendon, that is what is tendon? You can say it is it is fibrous terminal ends of the muscle. Fibrous terminal ends of the muscle, and which fibers are there? Made up of collagen fibers. Fine. Now, you can see here, this is the muscle. Okay, and this is the attachment of muscle with the bone, and here there is your tendon, this one. The fibers of, you can say, endomysium, perimysium and epimysium, they become continuous with the fibers of tendon, and they are connected to the bone. Fine. Now, so tendon, you can see here in this diagram also, tendon is visible here. You can see tendons. Fine. So these tendons, they are fibrous, as I told you, terminal ends of the muscle and made up of collagen fibers. Okay, now another terminology also you must learn in the anatomy, that is aponeurosis. When the tendon is thin, flat and it is stretched, that is aponeurosis. Fine. Thank you, Dr. Sheetal. Hello Ali. Yes, I am giving descriptive beta. This is sufficient for you medical students. Thank you, Dr. Sheetal. Okay. Now, structure of a muscle fiber. I will explain. Let me explain, complete my class, and then let me know, Ali, that which explanation description you require. I will describe the whole. Okay, not to worry. Fine. So now, structure of a muscle fiber. Okay, now we'll discuss about muscle fiber. As I told you, muscle fiber is equal to muscle cell. Okay, so we will discuss what is the length, what is the shape, what is the diameter. Okay, so this muscle fiber length is about 1 to 40 millimeter. Okay, try to remember this. So 1 to 40 millimeter is the length, and shape, as I told you, it is cylindrical in shape, cylinder like. You can see here, this is the cylinder, like this, straight. Suppose this is your cylinder, so it is having like this shape, this one. Okay, fine. And diameter, this is the length, length is 1 to 40 millimeter. Okay, and the diameter is, this is the diameter, diameter is about 10 to 100 micrometer. Fine. Now, cell membrane of the muscle fiber, this is, you can see here, this is the cell membrane. Okay, fine. This cell membrane is known as sarcolemma, cell membrane of the skeletal muscle fiber. Then cytoplasm is known as sarcoplasm. Okay, sarcoplasm. Fine. Now, another important thing, because skeletal muscle is a cell, so like other cells, skeletal muscle cell also has all the organelle, like it has Golgi apparatus, it has nucleus, it has mitochondria. Important characteristic feature is skeletal muscle cell, one cell has more than one nucleus. You can see here 3 nuclei are there. You can see. So this is one of the important characteristic. Okay, it has Golgi apparatus, mitochondria, sarcoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes. It has very important thing is glycogen and lipid droplets. They are important for the storage form. Means whenever energy is required, this glycogen is used. Okay, another important structure of the skeletal muscle, that is myofibril. Okay, now what is myofibril? This myofibrils are the fibril structure, that is the main structure of the muscle. We'll discuss. And this myofibrils, each muscle has large number of myofibrils. You can see here, this is containing, I'll show you the diagram. In this diagram it is not visible, and it contains actin and myosin filaments. Fine. Now structure, as we have discussed, skeletal muscle cell has got nucleus. You can see sometimes more than one nucleus is also there. Okay, it has got myofibrils, Golgi apparatus, mitochondria, sarcoplasmic reticulum, or also it has got ribosome, glycogen and lipid droplets. Okay, now nucleus, as I told you, that is maybe one or more nucleus. Okay, now certain terminologies. Terminology is one, that is myocyte. What is myocyte? This is skeletal muscle cell, that is known as myocyte. Okay, sarcolemma, skeletal muscle cell membrane, cell membrane. Okay, then sarcoplasm, skeletal muscle cytoplasm. Okay, and sarcoplasmic reticulum, skeletal muscle endoplasmic reticulum. Fine, these are the terminologies you have to remember. Okay, fine. Now next is, as I told you, skeletal muscle cell. Hello Anshu, good evening beta. Skeletal muscle cell has one or more nuclei. Okay, it is the only cell which is having more than one nucleus. Shape of the nucleus, it is either oval shaped or elongated shape. Okay, and it is located just beneath the sarcolemma. It is not like other cells in the center. Other cells, they have nucleus in the center, but here you can see this is the nucleus just below the cell membrane. Fine. Now we discuss myofibrils. You can see here, this is one myofibril. So each muscle fiber consists of large number of myofibrils. Okay, now we discuss about length. It extends to the entire length of the skeletal muscle. So the length of skeletal muscle fiber is equal to length of myofibril, that is about 1 to 40 millimeter we have discussed. But the diameter is less. Here the diameter is only 1 to 2 micrometer. Okay, skeletal muscle we have discussed. Skeletal muscle cell length is same here. This is 1 to 40 millimeter, but the diameter of skeletal muscle cell is 10 to 100 micrometer. This is only 1 to 2 micrometer. Fine, because hundreds of myofibrils are there. Now this myofibrils, they contain filaments, actin and myosin filaments. You can see here, these are actin filaments and myosin filaments. You can see here, thick one myosin, thin are actin filaments. Okay. Now how many actin and myosin filaments? There are about 1500 thick filament myosin filaments. Myosin are always thick, and 3000 actin filaments. Fine. Now because of this presence of actin and myosin filaments, there are presence of striations. You can see striated arrangement is there. Okay, so we can see the striations. Okay, and therefore these muscles are known as striated muscles. Fine, skeletal muscles are known as striated muscles. Now so you can see what are the striations. There are dark and light bands. Dark band, that is A band. You can see here, this is dark color, and light band is I band. This is A band, this is I band. Okay, now why this dark band or A band? Dark band or A band is because it is anisotropic to polarized light. Okay, and the length is 1.5 micrometer. This one, this much, 1.5 micrometer. Okay, now why it is known as anisotropic? Because when polarized light passes, this polarized light when passes through this A band, it is refracted in different direction. So it is anisotropic to polarized light. Okay, and in the center of A band, you can see here this one, there is your M line, and in the center of M line there is H zone. Okay, center of A band there is lighter H zone. Here you can see why it is lighter, this part, because there is only myosin filament, no actin filaments are there. So this is light one. Fine. And H stands for Hansen's zone. Hansen's zone. Fine. Now, and in the center, as I told you, there is M line. Fine. Then I band, this one, these are light I bands, this one. I band doesn't contain your thick filaments. Thick filaments are myosin filaments. So it has got only thin filaments or actin filaments. And diameter or the size or the length of I band, that is only 1 micrometer. Okay, A band length, that is 1.5 micrometer. Okay. Now, why is it known as light band or I band? Because when polarized light passes through this band, light rays are refracted in the same angle, not in different angle. Okay, and in the center of I band, you can see here there is Z line, swish and back line, that was Z disc or Z line. Fine, here. Okay, so this is the structure. So you can see, I repeat, microscopic structure. You can see here, microscopically you found two kinds of bands. One that is light band, this one which is known as I band. In the center of I band we have Z disc, this one. And dark band or A band. Dark band is anisotropic to polarized light, and this dark band length, that is 1.5 micrometer. Okay, then this is I band, this one, and in the center we have Z disc. Now, what is sarcomere? Commonly asked short question. What is sarcomere? Sarcomere, that is the distance or the portion between two Z line. This is one Z line. Okay, you can see here this one, and this is other Z line. So in between these two Z lines, we have a part of myofibril, that is sarcomere. Sarcomere, it includes, you can see, half I band here. Then this is A band, and again half I band. Fine. Okay, half I band, and A band. So total length of sarcomere is A band, as we have discussed, 1.5 micrometer. I band, half I band, 0.5 micrometer, because total is 1, and this is 0.5 micrometer. So you can say that A band length is 1.5 micrometer, and I band, that is equal to 1 micrometer. So total length, that is 2.5 micrometer at rest. Fine. Now, sarcomere is known as structural and functional unit of the muscle fiber. Okay, it is the part between two Z line, and when the muscle contracts, this length changes. Normally at rest, the length is 2.5 micrometer, but now when muscle contracts, this I bands, they overlap on the A band. So this length decreases minimum to 1.5 micrometer. And during maximum relaxation, it may be highest as 3.5 micrometer. Okay, so resting 2.5, minimum during highest contraction 1.5, and maximum, that is 3.5 micrometer. Fine. Now, Another important structure in the muscle, that is sarcotubular system. What is this? This is important thing. Sarcotubular system means there from it consists of mainly two things. Number one is T-tubule and T-tubules, and this one, and your L-tubules or sarcoplasmic reticulum. Now, so, or you can say sarcoplasmic reticulum is equal to L-tubule and T-tubule. Now, first of all, what is this T-tubule? T-tubules are nothing but the invagination of sarcolemma. The sarcolemma invaginates down. I will show you this way. You can see here, this is the exact, this one. Sarcolemma invaginates and transversely, so this is T-tubule. Okay, so along with sarcolemma, you can see action potential also enters in the muscle fiber through this T-tubule. Fine. Okay, so this is and along with that, near to this T-tubule, we have sarcoplasmic reticulum here, this one. End part of the sarcoplasmic reticulum that is expanded here, which is known as cistern, terminal cistern. Okay, so mainly it consists of two things. Number one is T-tubule and second is terminal cistern. Terminal cistern is nothing but expanded part of the sarcoplasmic reticulum. Sarcoplasmic reticulum, I told you, is equal to endoplasmic reticulum of muscle cell. Okay, so the structure is made up of two things, as I told you. You can see this is T-tubule and this is sarcoplasmic, yellow color, sarcoplasmic reticulum. So this part is your sarcotubular system. Okay, now this we have discussed. So this I told you, as I told you, you can see here, these are T-tubules, this one. Here they are looking vertical, but if you place the muscle like this is your T-tubule, like this one. You can see. Fine. So T-tubules, or they are known as transverse tubules, they are formed by the invagination of sarcolemma. Sarcolemma dips down and they form T-tubule. Now, this invagination is commonly found at the AI junction. You can see here, suppose this is your sarcomere, this one. Okay, this one. Okay, fine. So this is A band and this is I band. This is A band, this one, and this is I band. So here we have this T-tubule and one T-tubule here. So in one sarcomere, you can see we have two T-tubules and two sarcotubular system, because sarcoplasmic reticulum is here on this side. Am I clear? So you can see here that two T-tubules are there in one sarcomere. Okay, now this is again, you can see T-tubule or transverse tubule. Now this T-tubule, membrane of the T-tubule, this one, they contain DHP receptor, dihydropyridine receptors. These are voltage sensor receptors. Okay, or you can say voltage sensor calcium channels. Okay, and these are blocked by the drug dihydropyridine, so they are known as dihydropyridine receptor. Okay, and when they get activated, they increase the calcium entry, and which in turn activate longitudinal sarcoplasmic reticulum. Fine. Now next is L-tubules. L-tubule, or it is known as sarcoplasmic reticulum, because it is longitudinally, so it is no, don't get confused. All these three terms are same. This is longitudinal tubule. Okay, if you place your muscle cell like this, so this is your transverse tubule, this one, and these are your longitudinal tubule or sarcoplasmic reticulum, and these are the end part of this reticulum which is enlarged, that is known as terminal cistern. Okay, so the L tubules, they do not open to the exterior like T tubule, but they have dilated part which is known as terminal cistern here. Okay, and these are this T tubules, sorry, these L tubules are rich in calcium ions, so they are the storage of calcium. So whenever muscle contracts, this calcium comes from this terminal cistern. Okay, now so you can see that there is a triad. What do you mean by triad? You can see here, this is your T tubule, transverse tubule, okay, and on both the sides of T tubule you have this kind of, this is, what is this, terminal cistern of L tubule. L tubule is equal to sarcoplasmic reticulum. This is again terminal cistern of L tubule. Fine. So this structure is triad. Three things: one T tubule and two terminal cisternae, that forms your triad. And this triad is present at AI junction. So in skeletal muscle we have two triads. Okay, two triads are present. Fine. Therefore, skeletal muscle has large amount of calcium ions and their force of contraction is stronger as compared to cardiac muscle. Cardiac muscles have one triad. Why? Because the triad in the cardiac muscle is present at the Z disc only. Here they are present at the AI junction. Okay. Fine. So this calcium ions are released, and this calcium ions, they help in the muscle contraction, and they are released by the receptor here in the terminal cistern. Here is the dihydropyridine receptor, and in the terminal cistern we have ryanodine receptors. Okay, so this is about your terminal cistern and T tubule. Okay, so this is all about your structure and function, structural consequence of skeletal muscle. Fine. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching me. These are the questions. If you wish to get, you can just screenshot or you can write down the answers of all I have given. These are the questions from today's class. Okay, I'm not going in detail. Thank you so much. Again, I would like to announce that if you wish to get all my videos, as well as if you wish to get all my notes in the soft copy, download the application Vesalius, and it has all the physiology notes available. And if you wish to get hard copy, you can order physiology notes from Flipkart or Amazon. We also have our practical channel, Practicable. Okay, that is a practicable application. Okay, that also you can download from the Play Store. Link for all these channels as well as book, that is given in the description box. So thank you so much. If you like my video, you can like it, you can share with all your friends, and you can subscribe my channel Dr. Deepti Thakkar, and always hit the bell icon. So madam जब भी online होते हैं तो you can just get the notification. Okay, thank you so